Anyway, 3, 2, 1. Back to shorts weather. Here's some thigh for you.
And that's all you're getting. You should be wearing shoes.
You're right. I should be wearing shoes. You freaks.
Freaks, fucking deviants.
How's your day, man?
Okay. Still not sleeping great. I'm going to buy some magnesium. Any of you fancy yourselves sleep experts want to suggest what I should do? I can't sleep through the night these days, and I'm fucked up from it. Now I'm all jittery. I drank like 4 coffees today. Not good.
I did. I had Starbucks today for the first time in weeks, but I've been trying to get. I'm like super addicted to caffeine, so I've been trying to like wean off.
Yeah.
A little bit, because I can drink like 2 Celsius.
I like weaned off pretty successfully over the last like 2 years. Because when we first came out here, I was like prime, like new barista, and I was drinking so much fucking coffee all the time. And then I was like, I need to stop. And I was down to just like a cup, even on days when I'm like opening the shop. And now,
Cup a day.
Now I'm fucked. Now I've had 4 coffees, and after the podcast, if I lay down, I'll fall asleep, which is not good.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much we just, as a society, accept
Speaking
caffeine addiction as just part of it. Like, oh yeah, don't talk to me till I have my morning coffee. Like,
fuck those people. Well, I guess you're one of those people, but
yeah, but like, what do you mean, fuck those people? Like, that's like normal. Okay, like yeah, someone's saying like, don't talk to me till I've had my coffee. Like, those people suck because they're just annoying. But
you're like, see, but you're not like that because it doesn't.
I would never
matter.
say that.
It doesn't matter. Well, you would, but it wouldn't be contingent on caffeine. It would be, don't fucking talk to me for an hour after I wake up.
There's no reason to talk to me in the morning.
Just fucking leave me alone.
There's no reason
for at least an hour.
Please don't speak to me.
No matter what, David could wake up, 10 hours of rest, have a cup of coffee and breakfast as soon as he gets out of bed, and you still shouldn't talk to him for like an hour.
I'm waking up, and I don't like to be bombarded by others when I'm trying to awaken.
Yeah, no, for me, awakening is being awake, and then I'm awake. I've awakened, and I can go about my day.
Yeah,
as
see,
normal.
you do like, you wake up and you go, I'm up. That's crazy town.
Yeah.
I am much more of a like, I'll wake up at 7:30, but I'm not awake until 9.
Yeah. You know what the one thing is, though, with you that I noticed was that whenever we would wake up and do the cold plunges, you would be on it as soon as we were done that.
Well, yeah, it's hard to be sleepy when you're
in freezing cold
water. Maybe I'll start doing that again, but
it's nice.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone should ever speak to me in the morning. There's no reason to. I don't want to hear what you have to say. No matter what, it can wait an hour. It can wait an hour. No matter what you have to say to me. You know what's fucking kind of wild? So I have jury duty. Next week I have it. And Karl also got a letter about jury duty. The fact that you and I both got jury duty letters.
It's supposed to be random, right?
It's supposed to be 100% random.
Maybe it's like randomly selecting neighborhoods. You know, maybe they're just like, all right, we're going to fucking tank Van Nuys with jury duty summons. Well, no, that would make sense.
No, that wouldn't make sense at all.
That would fuck up the neighborhood if everybody worked locally, which they don't. But
that, and also like it's supposed to be a even number of like different kinds of people from different walks of life. And if we just like hit everybody in our neighborhood with jury duty, you know, the month of May,
it would be one of us and 11 Armenians.
Yeah.
Welcome to Van Nuys.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems really weird. It seems like they just discovered that you and I live out here, and they're punishing us
Gotta
for lost
fucking
time.
get them. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, it is weird. If it truly is completely random, it's bizarre because we're like a week apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
fuck jury duty.
Do
you want to tell all the people all the bullshit that you just told me about it? Just quick
it's
bullet
like,
points.
You know, I've never done jury duty. I always thought it's jury duty. You show up and they interview you to make sure you're not like, you know, a racist or like you're not fucked up or a crazy person. And then you pretend to be a crazy person. Then you never have to do it. You know, like one of those things. And turns out jury duty is like a week-long on-call thing here. Like, I'll be starting to be on call on a Monday, and I'm on call until Friday. They tell you the night before if you have to go in. And then after, like, let's say I don't go in, and then Friday they call me in, and then Friday I get a case. That case can last 5 to 7 court days. So then I'd be out of work the next week.
And
That's,
if you're
it's fine for me.
wondering,
It's fine for me because I can be on call. I guess it's fine for everybody. I was gonna say, like, my jobs are like I work like nights, and the court like closes at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
sure, yeah, yes,
Yeah. So like
Mhm.
I work.
Well, there is night court, but that's usually not a jury thing. It's like just a judge and a. It's like when I got my fucking parking violation thing.
For people who work all day. Anyway, yeah, so like I work nights at a restaurant, so I can do jury duty and still go work. I'd have to call out of the other job, but like I don't know. It seems ridiculous, and the number one thing that's such a kick in the fucking dick is
If you're wondering if you're compensated,
your job does not have to compensate you. It is not a rule that they have to compensate you. If they'd like to, they can. So the court says, don't you worry, citizens of Van Nuys. We're going to compensate you. You guys want to guess? Is it minimum wage? No.
in a way, it's minimum wage.
It's $15, not an hour. $15 a fucking day. Plus 37 cents for every mile that you drive.
and I'll bet that they tax it, and
They tax? You think they tax it?
100%.
Oh my God,
Come
you're
on.
so right.
And I bet you
It takes
I
like
bet
6
you
months to get.
You're not walking out with that check.
No.
It's gonna be in the mail.
And
You're
it's-
gonna get a check for $30
in
the
2025.
mail. Yeah. Fuck that.
Fuck, dude.
Our government sucks. What a joke.
Boo.
What a joke.
Boo, government.
Boo.
Man, you guys don't want to
Yeah,
hear
it's
my
fucking
rants.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Why don't you just call in sick if you get summoned the night before? Then you'll get paid from your person. You know?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Fuck.
I lost my thought. I was gonna ask you something.
What would you do if you... It's kind of incredible. I was talking to my buddy. What would you do if you didn't have to work? That's like... I think that was something I was thinking about. Like, our buddy Trevor was in town. Hi, Trevor. You watch the pod.
Oh yeah,
And
what's up, Trevor?
I was talking to him about working, and the way I exist is that I work the bare minimum that I need to in order to survive, pay all my bills, and whatever, so I can have the maximum amount of free time in order to pursue things like my music career or this fucking silly little goose podcast, right? And then other people don't choose to do that, right? Their job is more of their life. So my question is to the people out there, and to Karl as well, whose job is not their career, it's not their passion. I feel like it's so easy to just like consume your days with like, I got to go to work, I got to do this, I got to do that. And if you just stopped working, like, not, oh, you won the lottery, you never have to work for a day in your life again. That's different, because then your life would change. But, like, let's just say you got enough to cover your overhead for...
2 months.
Let's go 10 weeks. 10 weeks.
Okay.
What would you do?
I don't know.
Sick answer. Fucking awesome, dude.
I think. My original answer was like hike like the Pacific Coast Trail or the Appalachian Trail, but I'm pretty sure that takes longer than 10 weeks. Both of
You
those.
could at least hike a part of it.
Something like that.
The Pacific Coast Trail is like a lot of like barren desert, though.
Some of it's on the coast. Maybe I'd pick a portion that's like on the coast. So I'm like looking at the ocean the whole time.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you go hiking.
Some sort of backpacking, camping
really
situation. It doesn't even necessarily have to be backpacking, but some extended camping situation.
interesting.
Sure. And I might try to go like somewhere crazy, like Baja or something. You know?
You still have to pay rent though. Like
He said the overhead's covered.
yeah, your overhead.
Yeah. So
But your overhead is your rent and that like that's covered. But if you're gonna be like going on vacation, that's extra money.
I don't know. Yeah. That's why I'm camping.
That's interesting that your head went there. Because I mean I love camping. But I would have never in a million years said that. I would like honestly my answer would just be like do exactly what I do now, but like with I would just, just like wake up and just work on music more and like fucking
Yeah.
do a bunch of like I would live the same honestly, like I would live the same life that I live on my off hours and then replace like the time that I work with more like I guess more leisurely activity, but I would never like go for like 2 weeks camping. I would probably do like a couple nights here or there. Or maybe I would. I don't know. That's a good one.
I very much want to have a period of time where I'm going on like real backpacking trips at some
Really?
point. Like I want to do I don't know, like I would do like all of Kings Canyon if I could. That'd be sick. It's like takes like a week.
I've never done that, but I guess you didn't come out with us when we just like did the like I've
Driving
around and camping and hiking and stuff like that. You never came with us.
Yeah. But I've always wanted to do the Appalachian Trail, and then like the Pacific Coast Trail is just that, but out here it's like the West Coast,
Yeah.
like long, big John. So cool.
There's if I was gonna do it back, I wouldn't. There's no way that in my current state or like I don't think I would hike the Appalachian Trail or anything like that. Something that takes like I'm pretty sure it takes like fucking like 4 or 5 months, honestly.
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
I want to say it's 3, but it takes a long ass time. And you pretty much need like
how long does it take to hike the Appalachian Trail?
you essentially need like sponsors. They don't have to be like Nike. I know that's not what I mean by sponsors, but you need like people that will like mail things to like the post office in like here so that you can get like Band-Aids and Cliff Bars like in the middle of nowhere. It's like it's crazy.
It goes through towns.
Yeah, but not every town is like
Every
set up.
town has a fucking Rite Aid.
Not true.
Carl,
Some of them are a little barren, bro. We're talking about Appalachia here. They're
yeah, but not every town you stop in. But you don't need to buy Band-Aids every time you stop.
but a lot of like there's a lot of like not post offices, but there are outposts like along the Appalachian Trail specifically for people that are through hiking for people to send to those outposts.
Yeah, but I think that's more like talk to your people or like get sent like I guess I'm getting hung up on this Band-Aid comment. It's like you're getting sent like
it just came to my
hiking
mind.
boots,
I'm not
but you can fucking buy Band-Aids at a 7-Eleven,
I understand that. I'm not. It was just. I get it. You are getting hung up. It was just a fucking joke.
Band-Aids. So hard to find Band-Aids in America. Am I right, guys?
Maybe it is on the Appalachian Trail.
5
Spare
to 7
hammock.
months.
Wow. Yeah, maybe if you're a pussy.
I mean, we grew up in PA, so you've obviously like been on it, but
very little, honestly.
Yeah.
I think the only time I've really been on the Appalachian Trail was like that little, was it the Sunfish Pond, right?
Yeah.
That was called Sunfish Pond, and then Peace Rock is on.
Well, we went camping the night Club Dry.
Oh, that's on the Appalachian Trail?
Yeah. You guys don't know about Club Dry.
That was fun.
That was fucking sick as shit. We went camping one time. This beautiful fucking camp spot off of the Appalachian Trail. It like overlooks like these big rolling hills. And if you're familiar with the Appalachian Trail at all, like not like you've hiked it, but if you even know anything about it, you know that they call Pennsylvania Rocksylvania. That's its nickname, Rocksylvania. and people say you need like a pair of hiking boots just to get through the Pennsylvania section. It's because it's covered in fucking jagged, shitty rocks. It's not good hiking.
Yeah, you get to just look down at your feet and make sure you don't twist your ankle for fucking weeks.
Yeah. So in the section that we are in, there's a lot of rocks, some big, like, big boulders, and then others just like whatever. So there's this camping spot, but there's nowhere to really, there might be a slight place to put like a tent, but
Tiny tent,
Tiny
one
tent.
person.
but
Like-
you can put hammocks because there's lots of trees. So we went camping and fucking we hung our hammock over top of these rocks, and it was going to rain. So we only had one tarp. So
Because David was prepared.
because I was prepared and Karl was not.
No. I
Yes.
never had a tarp, and I made that very clear before we went camping. And the plan was always for us to set our hammocks up as bunk beds.
So
okay?
So we set our hammocks up as bunk beds, right? One is hung here in the tree, and the next is hung here in the tree, and then one tarp could cover the both of us. Now, that was sick. It started to rain, and then we would go in there, and we are like, holy shit, we called it Club Dry, and it was fucking amazing. Now, remember when I said there's a lot of rocks, and you had to have a hammock? Well, our friend Colin, who you've seen on this podcast, he hung his hammock. He got there first. He hung his hammock up in between two trees.
As
and
one
his
does.
fat ass sits down in this fucking hammock, and it like sags. And then these hammocks they're backpacking hammocks, so they're very thin. And it rubbed up against one of these jagged rocks, and this micro cut just got in it. And then when that happens, when you add the weight of Mr. McCann, it just completely splits, and Colin ends up on the ground. So
Colin has nowhere to sleep.
Colin has nowhere to fucking sleep. He goes, all right, my only option is to drink this entire bottle of Pink Whitney so I can fall asleep on these rocks.
So I could sleep anywhere.
So the night commences. Karl gets absolutely obliterated, as one does when you're camping on the Appalachian Trail. Gets absolutely obliterated. Colin, equally, if not more obliterated, but apparently Colin just has better footing than Karl.
I think I have a scar. You can't really see it, but
It's so dangerous. Like, do not try this at home. Like, there's jagged rocks everywhere. Karl fell and, like, smashed his elbow.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. At one point, he goes to me and he just, like, kind of grabs me. He's like, you have to take the top bunk. There's no way I'm getting in. I was like, of course.
it's like, help me.
So Karl, completely hammered, gets into a swinging we get him into a swinging hammock under Club Dry. We're cozy. We're good to go. I'm in the top hammock. I'm cozy. I'm good to go. It's raining. Colin has no hammock. But I was kind of drunk too. And Colin was just like, you know what, dude? I'm just going to sleep in Club Dry on the basement floor, so he's just in the dirt
He's in between two boulders. There's enough room for him not to sleep on his back, but to get sideways jammed in between two boulders in the ground.
So Colin's jammed in between these two boulders under Club Dry, but yeah, so it's a little bit of a decline. So like here's the two trees, Club Dry, and then the decline's going, this way. I guess I should have, whatever. Colin's head is downhill in between two rocks. And I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of someone just going and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I looked down, and Colin is in the dirt, and his top half of his body is outside of the fucking tarp. So he's just, with his pillow, by the way, just getting rained on. And he's shivering because he's cold.
And he's asleep, though. He is asleep. He's not there. He's not shivering, trying to fall asleep, actively being an idiot. He fell asleep half outside of Club Dry and just is blackout drunk enough to not wake up in that instance.
So I woke him up. I was like, Colin, you need to get under the tarp. Like, you're going to get hypothermia. And he's like, okay. So he just like kind of got up and just like switched sides. So it's like his feet were still out, but at least his head where it was in. Fuck. Good times, everybody.
Yeah. Well, our one of our friends who was also with us, that trip was also with the three of us and then three other of our friends. One of them, who I'll leave nameless, I remember I woke up the next morning and him and the other friend were supposed to go to like a family reunion thing and then go tubing down the Delaware River with their whole family. They were like had this plan to wake up early and like hike all their shit down. This guy hiked in. He's a fucking Marine. He hiked in 60 pounds of just alcohol. he had his Marine backpack full of like 60 beers and like a bottle of whiskey.
He's like, he has this huge fucking rucksack. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you bringing? He's like, I like to break myself. And he hikes in this whole thing. He hiked in a legitimate like fucking 30 rack, dude. It's crazy town.
Dude, he was like walking like bent over with it on his back. Anyway, I remember waking up the next morning because his alarm was going off and it just kept going off for so long. And eventually I like sit up. I'm like, yo, dickhead, you gotta fucking wake up. And I see his hammock and he fucking pissed himself. So his hammock is fucking waterlogged. His alarm has been going off for like 45 minutes straight.
He's literally just like sitting in a puddle of piss. Like in a hammock. The hammock just pooled up with fucking urine. And he's just sitting in it. That's his alarm blaring. There's birds chirping. Oh God,
it was great. It was a fucking unhinged night.
The great outdoors, am I right, guys?
But Club Dry is a legendary memory for us.
What a fun time. Camping's a good time, guys. I really wish that every good campsite out here didn't get booked up for the next 2 months. Like we went to Malibu Creek State Park, which for those of you who aren't in the LA area, is a very popular camp spot in Malibu, and it's a place where you guys know the show MASH, like the army show. The abandoned set of MASH is there, and you can hike to it. And we went a few weeks ago when it was still pretty chilly willy. And
it was just kind of on a whim.
Yeah,
we're just like very easy to get a spot.
Yeah, and now I wanted to go again, and it's literally on weekdays you can still get stuff, but weekends are like booked out through July. So I don't really.
Justine is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey everyone.
She says hello.
Yeah.
You guys want to see her feet? Yeah.
What time is it?
I just checked my watch and I realized I have no idea what time we started. But
Let me check. 23 minutes.
all right.
Let's do a fucking short episode. I gotta go to work, and I don't want to rush out of here.
What I was gonna say was, 10 weeks, no work, some sort of backpacking thing, and this doesn't really answer the question well because you were like, just your overhead is covered. If you want to go and do shit, you still have to find a way to pay for it, right?
Yeah.
But I really like the idea of doing like a songwriting or recording like retreat. Like if I could take 2 or 3 weeks to go and write and record, that would be fucking sick. Like go get a house somewhere or some shit like that.
I would. That is a dream of mine, and I always thought that was a little bit like overkill, and I thought it was kind of just like cliche. But I really do think that the environment you're in and your outlook on, obviously your outlook mostly is what affects your writing, but like your environment can have an effect on the way you're thinking, and in turn will affect your creativity. And right now, it doesn't make a lot of sense to do it because I can't take enough time off work because I can't afford to do it. I would like maybe I could afford to do like 10 days or like 14 days in a place is like the very top end of probably what I could do. And if you think about it, you have to bring all your equipment. You have to bring your whole recording studio.
Yep.
So like, you do that, and then you set up. You gotta scope out the place, set up your recording studio, which is gonna take honestly like 2 days.
Yeah. No,
And then to break it all down is gonna take like a day and a half.
If I was
maybe a day.
If I was going to do it, the idea would definitely be in the creative essence of doing a project with like you and Jake and just having it be its own thing for fun. Like not a legitimate like, oh, I need to go finish this Olympic formal project. I'm going to go get an Airbnb in Topanga and fucking do that by myself. I would probably want it because of the things you're saying, like logistically just setting things up, but then also just like, to me, it seems more fun to just be like, let's just go fucking do this thing because rather than trying to like, you know.
Well, you always gotta
in our current status, like in 10 years, if like I have fucking
you always gotta just do it
boatloads of money.
because if you're doing anything not just because, then it's not gonna be good creatively. But I think sure, like doing something like a group and like writing it together could be cool, but part of me would love to like go a little crazy and like be in like complete solitude.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun just to see what happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe not necessarily for music, but I was just talking to Justine the other day about like, I would love to do a little trip by myself someday, relatively soon. Like not like a long thing, but like
A few days.
yeah.
I've been itching for that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like just
Be
a
nice.
little, just some fucking
Would you take Josie?
fuck yeah. Yeah. Me and my
That'd be
dog.
sick.
Actually, dude, I might do that. I might honestly do that. I might find because my most of the days that I work are weekends. I work weekends most of the time. But we gotta get going. That's my alarm telling me that my pancakes are ready. My work mostly work weekends because I work at a restaurant. I mean, I also, I teach schools, but like in June when school's out, I could totally do that. Take my dog up to like Big Sur or something like that.
Rip it up.
100%. I'm doing it. Mark my words.
All right, y'all.
Remember the same time if you guys watched the show when I was like, yeah, guys, I'll keep you updated on my progress with learning Chopin on the piano. Yeah, I haven't done it like since that week. So, so mark my words. It might not happen, but it might will. Okay.
I have a music suggestion, just real quick. I know you don't have one. Black Iris. It's a song by Sven Wunder, Sven space Wunder. Sounds like Krungbin with a sitar. It's fucking sick.
Bet.
Anyways, take care, y'all. Subscribe if you made it this far. Thank you.